What is up, everybody? It is Chris Craig, better known on social media as Chris MF Craig, with the sole mission out there to help close that training gap, whether we want to admit it exists or not, and help other people of the automotive industry. Welcome to the channel. This video will be a deeper dive into my ebook, The Service Advisor Starter Guide, which you can find linked in my bio for free. Today I'll be getting into the depth of a few skill sets that I feel can be very beneficial to primarily service advisors, but really to many other positions across many industries. But please, before we get started, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you can continue to receive free information on how to be a better service advisor, salesperson, manager, or just employee in general. The first page of the Service Advisor Starter Guide is titled, "What is a good service advisor?" This question, of course, cannot be answered in black and white due to perception. What I feel is good and what you feel is good can be two totally different things. And even if we do have different views of what is good, we could both be correct. Because what is good? For example, I think coffee is good, but perhaps you think an energy drink is good. I'm correct for me, and you would be correct for you. But after working in the automotive industry as a service advisor, and with my work now in creating educational content both on social media and with a third-party company, I have identified a few skill sets I feel a good service advisor would possess. This is not a complete end-all be-all list. However, it will get you started. Let's get into some skill sets a new service advisor should have interest in. These skill sets are mentioned in the first page of the Service Advisor Starter Guide. The first skill is multitasking. Multitasking is the performance of one or more tasks at the exact same time. This is precisely what service advisors do. Talking to customers, answering the phone, checking the service drive, updating the repair orders, checking on part statuses, obtaining technician updates, and I could go on. For obvious reasons, this is a skill set that service advisors must have. To go a little deeper as to why automotive service is essentially chaos. Car parts, technicians, customers, managers, equipment, money are just a few things that fly around the automotive shop. Service advisors must take this chaos and transfer it to order. And that cannot be done one task at a time, but instead with multiple tasks at a time. Think of every repair order as either a football, baseball, or soccer ball. Now, I chose 3 different balls because not every repair order can be played the same way. Now, multiply those different repair orders. You now have 20 footballs, 20 baseballs, and 20 soccer balls. Just like that, you need to handle the coaching of your service team through 60 different games simultaneously across 3 different sports with 3 different rules and opponents. This requires multitasking at the expert level. To become a better multitasker, try taking more notes. Make a list of all the things you need to complete and work your way down that list. Record everything as you go. And wear a watch. Time is either your friend or enemy. The more aware you are of what you need to do with your list and how much time you have to do it, your watch, the better a multitasker you can hope to be. The next skill is communication. Communication is the imparting or exchanging of information or news. Service advisors deal much in information. What the customer needs, what the technician recommends, what the status is on the current repair, and so on. All of the information that everyone involved with the repair order needs will flow through the service advisor. This means that the service advisor needs to communicate clearly or risk confusing people to the point of lost productivity. To effectively advise and be a better communicator, focus on the conversation at hand. I know a service advisor is always thinking of 100 things at a time, but it is so important to dial that attention in on the current exchange of information. Listen to what people say, understand it entirely by taking notes, then relay that information accurately to whoever needs it next to continue the production. On to the next skill, representation, or rather, being a customer representative. Representation is the action of speaking or acting on the behalf of someone. A service advisor represents the customer. The customer typically cannot and will not speak to the technician working on their vehicle, so they rely on the service advisor to instead handle the task of communication. The customer gives information to the service advisor, who then gives that information to the technician, and then vice versa. When the technician speaks to the service advisor, it should be thought of as speaking directly to the customer. To be a better customer representative, I encourage you to think differently. Always think from a customer perspective when speaking to your team. If this was my car, if I needed to get rides until they fixed my ride, and other similar statements are what you should consider. Just be careful not to take those questions so far to become an unruly customer yourself. Just use this tactic to ensure you represent your customer with accuracy and, of course, empathy. Now for another skill set, product knowledge. Service advisors advise service. It's right in the title. Essentially, a service advisor gathers information regarding the customer's vehicle and then advises the customer on how to best care for that vehicle. That vehicle is a product. Just like the services conducted to care for that vehicle are also products. How can a service advisor provide service to customers if they're not experts on the products the customer needs to maintain a healthy, reliable vehicle? To ensure you're a better product knowledge expert, you simply need to study and pay attention. Listen intently when your technician speaks. They have the product knowledge, and I can promise you they want service advisors to have that knowledge too. Don't be afraid to look things up. What does a water pump do? Right in the search bar. Then you click and boom, you have articles, definitions, and videos right in your hand to teach you what you need to know. Knowledge is power. All right, one last skill, problem solving. If you master everything we covered so far, you'll be in good shape. But like anything, it's all fine and dandy until it's not. Problems will arise. Problems are off script, meaning they are unexpected. The better you are at your job, the better you can handle these problems and find solutions quickly. But specifically, to be a better problem solver, there's a few things you can do. First, breathe. When things go wrong, continue to breathe. The worst thing you can do is panic when problems arise. When you panic, you create another problem, which is figuring out how to calm yourself down. That's not always easy either. And once you figure out how to calm down, the original problem that you were all upset about is still there. And you've wasted time. That's another problem, by the way. So when you come across an issue, just breathe and find a solution. Stay calm. You should also take your time. When a problem arises, you might feel like you have no time to solve it. And that's a natural feeling given the fact the problem will likely set you back in your timeline, because it's unexpected. But if you rush to a solution without much thought, you might find yourself solving your problem twice, and that would be a waste of time. One last thing you can do is see the problem differently. Don't even call it a problem, call it a challenge. This will get you to think positively because problems are bad, but challenges are good. Another good thing is a solution, and solutions are better reached with positivity. It's a simple yet such a powerful mindset. Just like that, we have a few skill sets you can focus on to be a better service advisor. And hey, if you're not a service advisor, these skills can really translate to many other jobs just as well. This is not an end-all be-all list, but it'll get you started, which is why I included these in my ebook on the first page of the Service Advisor Starter Guide. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave your comments below if you found this information helpful, or if you'd like to add some skill sets that you feel could help others be a good service advisor, or just an employee for that matter. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me on social media. Please leave the comments below, hit the like button, do the icon, follow along, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and of course, be a better service advisor. Have a great day.